Sagittarius, welcome. Welcome to the channel. And if you are new, welcome. And if you are coming back, welcome back. We are going to do a 10/10 portal reading. So it's October 10th today. And we are going to do a reading about the 10/10 portal. So what the 10 is about, even the 10 in tarot is about the end. It's about releasing, okay? So today, the energy with the 10/10 portal is about letting go. And by letting go, it opens up room for a new vision, expansion. Also, on the 10/10 portal, manifestation is amplified. Okay, so whatever you do, whatever you think about, be careful, because whatever you think about today is amplified. So if you think, wow, I have hope, this thing could really turn out well, this job thing, this business I want to start, this relationship, whatever. If you think, oh, I don't know, blah, 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 I'm afraid, then that energy will be amplified. So try to, even though we all have moments of fear and, none of us can be all, I'm constantly in a state of nirvana. Try today to keep those worrisome, fearful thoughts at bay. What I always say is, okay, we're wired to worry. So just choose a time, give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. And this is the time that you're allowed to worry. And you go ahead and worry. And then when the beeper goes off and your 5 or 10 minutes is up, then you're done. And then you can focus on the good what ifs. The first question that we're going to ask Sagittarius is what, and I'm a Sag, so what are we being guided to release or cut cords from at this time? What are we being guided to let go? We have the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. Let's look at what we're being guided to let go. Okay, so we have one major arcana. So that's kind of a big thing. Let's look at the little stuff first. Actually, and very little of this is little because we've got an ace and we've got a king. But with the Seven of Pentacles, seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future, the need for patience, a time for resting and planning for the future, unnecessary worry. There's our answer. Let go of unnecessary worry. And isn't that funny what I just talked about? If you must, give yourself 5 minutes, get it over with, and then move forward. So one thing that we can give up, Sag, is unnecessary worry about something. With the Ace of Wands, an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. Let go of being afraid to bust a move. I'd say it's time to bust a move. And then with the Magician, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. Wow, so much what I just spoke about initially before even pulling the cards. I'm really digging that. What you can release or cut is your fear that you can't manifest it. What this tells me is you have good ideas. You have stuff that you can be passionate about. And you can make it happen. And then with the King of Pentacles, we've got the energy of Hold on one sec. Do you want down or not? Come on, come on. I don't have all day. I already asked you 47 times to join us. And now we're right in the middle of the reading. Then that's when you want to join us. Okay, there you go. Okay. Sorry, Saggies. I begged her to come downstairs and she wouldn't. And then once I start this, now she wants to make a lot of noise at the bottom of the stairs. Silly puppies. Okay. King of Pentacles. Compassionate, accomplished. Oh, geez. Charismatic, grounded, a time of great success, financial security and prosperity, the Midas touch, everything turning out beautifully, a supportive parent and spouse, a good person to work for. These are all such good cards, and this is about what to cut. And watch when it's like what good's coming in, we'll get like negative cards, although I don't really feel like there's negative cards because there's blessings and then there's things that we can work on, and none of that is negative. But I feel like you may, with this energy, the fire energy and the magician energy, I'm feeling like you may have a hard time feeling like you don't feel solid. You don't feel like you have good habits. You don't feel like you can make things happen. You don't feel accomplished. You don't feel grounded. You don't feel like things are going to go well. We get that energy here. And they can, and they will. I feel like we need to cut the cord. We need to let go of this feeling that we are not able to accomplish something so good and beautiful, that we don't deserve it, that we can't manifest it, that we can't attract it. And we definitely need to let go of worry on this 1010 portal. So yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting, is because this is a time of manifestation and you got the Magician, today especially, Saggies, try and keep things positive. Not a fake it till you make it, but unless you are so down that you really need to do that, because from what I understand, your subconscious mind doesn't understand the difference. Like, you can lie to yourself and your subconscious mind will believe it. If you are feeling super duper down or depressed or whatever, do affirmations, do anything, listen to guided meditations today. Do whatever you can to get your mind in the right spot, because wherever you are today, that's what's going to manifest. So please focus on being positive and letting go of the negative. Okay, what lesson has already been learned or completed that we don't need to carry forward, that we don't need to, wow, my memory. I assume I just cut those. Wow. That we don't need to continue to learn. And from this question, let me read that question again. What lesson has already been learned, completed, completed, and does not need to be learned forward? This is, to me, saying what cycles might we be engaged in, or unknowingly committing. Are we doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results? So I have a feeling this is maybe about cycles. So what lesson have we already learned that we don't need to carry forward? We have the Eight of Wands, the Empress, the Palace of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Okay, here's the lessons that I feel like we've already learned that we don't need to carry forward. With the Five of Wands, to not be afraid of the competition. okay? To get out there, to own it. Whatever this is, if this is, work or entrepreneurial effort, shine your light. Don't be afraid to shine your light. Get out there and show what you know. As long as you are humble and admit it when you make a mistake, shining your light is not ego, not being an egomaniac. Shine your light. Don't be afraid. It's okay if you make a mistake. There's some companies where they have a special group of people that go into a special building or office, and they're expected to make mistakes. They're the highfalutin thinkers that think up the crazy stuff. Like, I'm talking, maybe 50 years ago, that think up the electric car and the microwave and the VCR. These people that, are future-minded, and they're expected to make mistakes. Be like that. Don't hide your light, is the message that I'm getting. And I feel like you've kind of already learned that lesson, Sag. I feel like you are a manifester, because we've got the Eight of Wands. And so I see progression from the Five of Wands to the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is incoming good stuff. Okay? And I feel like these two cards are connected here. From the Five of Wands to the Eight of Wands. Afraid of competition. Afraid of learning even. Like, I have to learn a new thing. Yeah. I mean, out of 20 things, we don't, there's some people want to learn all 20. And I think they're way younger than me. Sometimes when I'm faced with learning new things, I'm like, oh God, can I just do what I know? But we have to keep our mind open to learn new things. Now, they have to be things we're interested in. For some reason, I am not good with languages. There's some people that are. They're like, oh yes, I speak 12 languages. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how you do it. So that wouldn't be interesting to me. My daughter went on her own and was learning French. And, online and books or, whatever else she was doing. And found that very satisfying and interesting. But whatever it is, I'm seeing a need to open up to learning new things. And with the Eight of Wands, I feel like you're getting the message. Okay? Because the Eight of Wands is a card of action. So, what lesson has already been learned? Be open to learning new things, doing new things. Have like an entrepreneurial student mindset. What other lessons? It's interesting how I feel like these cards are paired. We have the Empress and the Palace of Cups. The Empress, the Queen of Queens. The birther, Gaia, the Earth Mother, abundant. Give her, something, and she'll make something even more beautiful out of it. The Palace of Cups, living in your heart. And so, with this whole thing, I feel like it's about manifestation. I feel like living in your heart and coming from your heart with the Palace of Cups. I feel like the lesson learned is being vulnerable and open to love is how you're really going to manifest. This whole reading, even though 1010, release, let go, opens up room for new, manifestation is really amplified at this time, and I'm getting this manifesting energy here. And so the Empress is really quite the manifester. But what's really interesting is the Empress does not necessarily She's not the go-getter, the King of Wands, the person out there taking action, the Eight of Wands. The Empress is someone who sits back and in her divinity attracts. That's how the Empress manifests. She attracts. So another message, another lesson that's been learned or that you're learning is you don't have to hustle, hustle, hustle. It's about co-creation. You put some intention and some energy out there. Like, I'll be surprised if we don't get the Three of Wands somewhere here. But you put your intention and your energy out there, and then you sit back. You don't hustle, 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 so attached to the outcome, like, I've got to make this happen. But you put your intention out there, your desire, and that's what draws it in, is the expectation that you will get what you want just because you deserve it, because you're worthy, because there's enough, because it's open. Everything that's out there, there's infinite abundance. There's enough for everybody. It's only man that keeps others from having. There's enough of everything for everybody. Love, food, space, air, money. There's enough. It's there. It exists. You can have it. What freedom or new beginnings will become available to you, Sag? What's opening up? Freedoms or new beginnings for Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Started my dog on her new food and she is itching and scratching, and there's no grains. She must be allergic to lentils, and there's something else in there. God, I can't find anything for her. It's killing me. I'm going to have to stop. She's just itching. Oh, it's horrible. Two of Pentacles. Sorry. Strength. The Lovers. And the King of Swords. What freedom or new beginnings are becoming available? And we have two major arcana here. I'm drawn here the King of Swords, owner of the truth, a communicator, a truth teller, cutting out. The King of Swords, sword has a sword, cutting out that which is not true, that's unnecessary, purging. That's what I'm feeling like. What's becoming available to you is you being comfortable sharing your vision of your version and version of the truth. It's interesting that it fell right under the Five of Wands, where we learned that we don't need to be afraid of the competition. We can shine our light. We can share who we are openly. And this is even more confirmation of that, the new beginning in honesty, talking about who you are, your truth. You know, there's different versions of the truth. Your truth may not be the same as someone else's truth, but there are certain basic truths that are true no matter what, like gravity and love. And balance. So what freedom or new beginning? The freedom to be you. The freedom to speak your truth. The freedom to cut out those things and those people that do not serve you. And I also just feel like a big purge coming, Sagittarius, like you've been feeling, you know what? I'm going to get rid of half of these clothes. I'm going to go through the kitchen. I don't need 37 pieces of Tupperware that, half of them don't even have lids. Stuff like that. What freedom or new beginning? Love. And again, it fell right underneath the Palace of Cups. To love who you want. And look, the Sagittarius symbol, even though the Lovers is a Gemini card. You may have Gemini placements. I have a Gemini rising. To be able to love who you want. We have different ethnicities here. You may be in love with someone that is of a different ethnicity, a different religion, or just totally like opposite from you. But if you come from a place of love, open-hearted love and truth and honor, you're free to love who you want. You have a new beginning, being stronger. I feel a lot of growth here, Sag. Not caring about what other people do, realizing that there is enough and how abundant you truly are, and that you can have what you want because it's there, it exists, and there's enough. If other people can have it, why can't you? You can. You're really coming into your magician energy. Okay, the ability to manifest, the ability to make happen what you want to make happen. You have the strength. When I look at strength, I also feel, I hear the word courage. And what that means is maybe being afraid, but doing it anyway. Shining your light, telling your truth, being your true self. Palace of Cups. Being vulnerable, opening up your heart. It's scary. Oh, you know who that was. SIRI thought I was talking to him. Strength. What freedom or new beginning? Being strong, being solid in yourself. The Two of Pentacles. Finding balance. Not juggling anymore. Becoming more solid in yourself, and trusting yourself, trusting your own decisions. Making a choice. Realizing that your choices are what determines your destiny. What is Spirit giving us? What is Spirit sending to us? When I look at the Magician in this deck, the Magician is an angel. Your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your past family members are watching you and protecting you and whispering in your ear, you've got this, you can have this. What support are Spirit and your angels providing? The Three of Cups, love it. The Ace of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords. Here's what Spirit is providing you. The Page of Swords to the Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. I see a huge progression, a lot of growth in your ability to, when I say accept your truth, I'm really trying not to, I know what I mean when I say these things, and I'm really trying hard not to assume that you guys do as well. I see growth in you, Sag, in speaking your truth. Like, this is it for me. No more walking on eggshells. No more second guessing. No more being afraid of what other people think. Or not saying stuff just to keep the peace. No more. You're owning your truth. You are cutting out the BS, cutting out the silence, cutting out the fear. Ace of Cups and Three of Cups, they, Spirit, God, the universe, whoever you work with, your angels, they're supplying you with the Three of Cups. And I keep on getting this message, and not just for Sag, but even in my Pisces and my collective readings, you are surrounded by support. You know, I have a friend who's going through a really horrible time, like even with housing and a place to live and food. I mean, really, really bad. And they are not accepting the help that's around them because they are embarrassed, they're ashamed, they've asked for help before. And I do sometimes get comments, I don't have anyone. If you don't, oh, bless you. Bless you, bless you. I'm sending you such positive, I just want to hug you. But you have support. There are family, there are friends, there are agencies. You have support. Look, the Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love, love overflowing. Just like in money, just like in your ability to manifest money, there is love out there, but we have to open ourselves up to it. A big message I just got is, what are you being guided to release or cut? Walls. Where you cannot accept help, you cannot accept love. Open up. And even if you're more of an introvert, there are people out there for you. There are people out there. There are agencies. There are people. Love is, wow. Love is there. There's enough. There's enough for you. There's enough money. There's enough love. It's available to you. What will you begin to attract as a result of this release and this acknowledgement of what is available to you and what new beginnings and new starts you can have? What will Sag begin to attract or manifest? The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords twice, the Hanged Man, the King of Cups. Wowsy. This could be people. We got a lot of people here. We got the King and Queen of Swords. We got the Queen of Swords twice. We've got the Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. This could be people. So you could have fire signs, air signs, water signs, or we got everything. All the signs. What's available to you? What will you begin to attract or manifest? A whole new outlook with the Hanged Man. Again, with the Queen of Swords. Living in your truth, telling your truth, being your truth, not being afraid to share your truth. Hey, this is who I am. This is what I'll accept. This is what I want. Not being afraid to say, this is what I want. This is what I'll accept. The King of Cups. Coming from a place of love. We've got the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups. King of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Oh, there it is. The Palace of Cups, living in love. Mature, solid, beautiful love. This is what you're going to begin to manifest. And with the Queen of Wands, a bad biatch. And if you're a dude, a bad dude, man, and a bad in the best way. I am who I am. Accept me. This is who I am. And this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I see a lot of growth. This is beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and on this 10/10 portal reading, and we'll see you next week.